And welcome everybody to ah, Saturday mornings right here on UPI Entertainment. I'm your host, Vincent Laspada. Thank you for joining me. Is that me? Oh, that is me. Okay, never mind. Sorry. I had technical difficulties in the background. Guys, welcome to UPR review. Freakier Friday came out this weekend. And I went to go see it before it came out, and I must say I enjoyed it. I really, really enjoyed it. Uh, I'm not going to sit here and say that when I first saw the previews or heard that they're doing a sequel to Freaky Friday, which came out in 2003, I was like, wow, they had to wait 22 years to make another one. And to come to find out, it wasn't even Lindsay Lohan that wanted to do this. It was Jamie Lee Curtis that kept pressing, which is very surprising. Well, actually, no, I take it back. I am not surprised because if anybody's going to get it done, it's going to be Jamie Lee Curtis because she's still going. She's in her 70s and she's still. You know what? I don't want to miss. Let's see how old. I don't even know how old Jamie Lee Curtis is. Let's see. Jamie Lee Curtis. Let's see. Oh, 66. Excuse me. I'm going to take it back. Sorry, Jamie Lee Curtis. Not 70, 66. She looks great. And she keeps going with these projects. I mean, in this movie, she's very funny. There's a lot of things that she does that I would have never thought she would have done. A lot of dress up, a lot of changing the hair color. As old as she is, she's down on the floor, like flopping around, flocking around. A lot of the flocking around. But guys, let me be frank. Let's start from the beginning. Let's talk about where this. Let's talk about where this actually all started. I'm going to say it started 1976. Freakier Friday came out with Jodie Foster and Barbara Harris. That was the original film, and this one is this is what started it all. You can actually watch this if you want to on Disney Plus and Hulu, also HBO Max if you want to catch up. I have not seen it, so I can't say anything about it. I didn't even know it existed. So now I'm going to have to go back and watch it. I did watch Freaky Friday in 2003. That was great. I like the concept of it. Lindsay Lohan, we all know her. I grew up with Lindsay Lohan. I first actually started watching Lindsay Lohan when I watched The Parent Trap, which is kind of funny that I say Parent Trap because I was looking up trivia today, and her co-star from The Parent Trap, Elaine Hendricks. This is the first time in 22 years. Is it? Wait, yeah, wait. Let me make sure no, excuse me. This is the first time in 2025. 27 years, excuse me, 27 years. Parent Trap came out in 1998. So this is the first time these two have worked together. Now, if you don't know Elaine Hendrick, she played the stepmother in Parent Trap. And if you've not seen that blast from the past, I suggest you go back and see that because those are classic Disney films. But that brings me to this new one. I'm actually very excited because they brought almost the whole cast back. Jamie Lee Curtis, who plays Tess, Lindsay Lohan, who plays Anne, Chad Michael Murray, who played Jake, Mark Harmon, who played Ryan, Stephanie Toboska as Mr. Bates. You also have Christina Vade, Haley Hansen. I don't even know this one. I'm going to have to butcher this name. Rosletta Cho, and Luca Song. Those are all most of the original cast members from the 2003 Freaky Friday. So I love when they do a movie like a sequel or a prequel or a reboot or whatever, they have some of the main cast or some of the cast in it. That's what really makes, I feel like, a sequel or a reboot, is when they, keep it keep it to the original and maybe not have them as the main characters, but then maybe have them as like a side character or a surprise or a cameo. That's what makes, I mean, just like when I did, if you've not gone back and watched my Happy Gilmore 2 review, I did that about a week, almost about 2 weeks ago. If you've not seen that, go back. It's still streaming right here on StreamYard.com. Guys, listen, if you have not, uh, if you don't know, StreamYard is UPR Entertainment is more than just entertainment. We also have a wrestling side. We do NXT show on Tuesday. We do a AEW show on Wednesday. Monday nights is the Rated R Review show, and SmackDown. I don't know if it's on Saturday, Sunday. Still not sure which day it is, but we do one. There's a lot to watch here on UPR. So I mean, we also have a TV show portion of UPR. There's so many things to watch here. Make sure you like, subscribe, and don't miss out on all the content we have here on UPR. But let's get into my Freaky Friday review, because I really did like this. Like Jamie Lee Curtis, Lindsay Lohan. What is that? Is that me? Did I do? Okay, that's not me. Okay. So they haven't made a movie together in 22 years since the original. So this one's really. I mean, for me, I liked it. Some people might not like it. Some people are like, why do you need another one? It's all about this. It's all it's about. It's what it comes down to. If Disney's going to make this and it's going to make money, they are going to keep making it. So the premise of this story is kind of like the first one, but this one, Lindsay Lohan now is playing the mother. She's not the daughter. And Jamie Lee Curtis is not the mother. She is the grandmother. So now the roles are reversed and they're playing opposite characters from the original story. And Lindsay Lohan's getting married. The guy she's marrying has a daughter. The two daughters are not getting along. So basically, the premise of the movie is that it happens again, the earthquake. They all switch bodies. Now it's not just two; it's four people that switch bodies, and they are trying to live life in each other's bodies, for the sake of the marriage that is happening that week, or that weekend, I should say. Um, I can't. Usually, I can tell you things I didn't like about this movie. Um, right now, I can't, which is a shocker because I always have. I always have things I don't like about this film. Um, I guess the one thing. Well, let me take it back. Let me take it back. Actually, there is. Okay, now my thinking cap's on. Now my brain's working. I think one thing that bothered me was the fact that Jamie Lee Curtis, who plays Tess, in this film and in the original film, she is a psychiatrist. And so when the beginning of the film starts, she is now becoming a podcaster. Why is it that we feel like we have to put podcasting or some kind of interviewing in every movie? I mean, listen, I know podcasting is a huge thing now. I know podcasting has picked up over the years. Hey, listen, when I started podcasting, back in what was it, 2000, 2005 maybe. When I went to Burbank, um, podcasting wasn't even a thing. And I just had my phone, a crappy phone, recording people, talking to people. There was no microphones, there was no recording devices, there was no headphones. It was just you had your phone and you recorded it. Audio wasn't that great. You couldn't really hear the people too well because you're at a convention. Like me, I was at a convention. So I recorded everybody that I really wanted to talk to. I did Back to the Future. I got to interview Christopher Lloyd and Leah Thompson and some other cast members of Back to the Future, and I really enjoyed it, so I picked it up. Um, Actually, one of my co-hosts here on UPR, Cactus Katie, we go back a long time, and she actually helped me out back in the day with the podcasting on TalkShoe.com. Now, TalkShoe.com was another platform where you called in on a number and you did your show through your phones. Not the greatest quality, but it worked. So that's one thing I did not enjoy. Um, Seeing them, I mean, listen, I know it's a newer time, and I know we have to keep things rolling and keep things fresh. So you're trying to bring things in that we're doing now in the current time. And then at the end of the movie, uh, there was a part when she was on the stage, uh, and here's the crazy part: knowing that she's getting married and knowing that like Lindsay Lohan has all these roles because back then I don't I haven't seen Freaky Friday in the original one in a while, but correct me if I'm wrong. But in the original film, that's right, she was okay. Never mind. She was in a band called Pink Slip, and now in this movie, she makes a Pink Slip makes a cameo, but at the end of the movie, she's pretending to play guitar, and I'm thinking to myself watching this, boy, I hope that they switch back the bodies because she doesn't know how to play the guitar, nor does she know how to sing. So she gets her daughter that sits behind a drum kit, and then she calls her up on stage. But here's the kicker. Here's the actual kicker. Knowing that they've switched bodies, okay, and Lindsay Lohan is not uh, the mother, she's the daughter. You, how does she remember all the lyrics to her song when she's never practiced it? So she didn't play the guitar. Her daughter played the guitar, but she sang with her daughter. Very confusing. But those are the only two things, and they're probably not even that big of a deal. It's probably me. Uh, I will pick apart a movie. I don't like to watch things for what they are. I can admit it. I'm really trying to get a hang of it, but I have not figured that out yet. But I have to say this movie does hold up to the original. Um, I really do think Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis have a great connection. They really do hold a story with making it funny and comical, but also there are some serious parts and some parts that are touching. So that is what I like about the movie. There are some things that I could tell you right now that are some. I looked up some trivia. I like doing this. I like to look at trivia after watching a movie to find out. This is the first time in 18 years that Lindsay Lohan has a theatrical release in the theater uh, from her last movie, 2007. I Know Who Killed Me, which is kind of like a horror movie. Not a big fan of it. Lindsay Lohan went away. She got on. She had some problems. She got on drugs. Now she's cleaned up. She's getting better, and I'm glad to see her back on the big screen. She looked actually really well. Um, she's had a rough last couple of 22 years, but in this movie she looked fantastic. She looked better than ever. Um, let's see. Uh, oh yeah. So like I was saying, so Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis became real good friends after 2003's Freaky Friday. And actually, Jamie Lee Curtis was the one that was pushing Lindsay Lohan to make a sequel to Freaky Friday. And it took 22 years, but they finally got it made. Let's see. So Jodie Foster was offered to reprise her role in the film, but she turned it down for a favor of shooting A Private Life, which comes out later this year. Let's see what else we got. So in the movie, Anne, who's played by um, Lindsay Lohan, and her fiance in the movie, Eric, his wedding date is October 3rd, and it's the iconic date from the Mean Girls, which is also featured Lindsay Lohan. Some tie-ins, not that big of a deal, but I thought it was. Um, so this is the first Freaky Friday movie to be shot in um, widescreen aspect ratio, unlike the first movie, which was shot in trailer 1.85 aspect ratio. Interesting, interesting. And I feel like I feel like we all are. I feel like we all are used to watching widescreen now. It's just when it first came out, we were all trying to adapt to it, trying to get our eyes, to focus on just the picture and two bars. But now I think it's just second nature to us. We just watch it for what it is. Even on TV, sometimes, like a movie will come on or a TV show, and there's bars, but after a while watching it, you don't really pay attention to the bars. Um, but I got to tell you guys, I really enjoyed Freaky Friday. I think this was a great movie. This is a great family movie. If you're going to take your family this week or next week, it's something that you all are going to enjoy. I think there is a piece to this movie for every part of the family, including the actual parents, because there's probably things in there you've done or you've said, or maybe is going on in your life with your family that you can relate to. And I got to tell you, Freaky Friday for me, I would, if I had to rate this, I would give this, I would give it a 9. I would. Uh, I think it was it's a fair movie. Um, you know, this is the second movie in a row in the last 2 weeks that I was going into it thinking this might not be the greatest. But again, that's me letting my guard down and just saying, hey, enjoy it for what it is. It's entertainment. It's something that is keeping us from the real world, and we're shutting the real world off for about an hour or two and enjoying something with a bowl of popcorn, a nice cold soda, or maybe a adult beverage, alcoholic. In my case, not so much for the kids, but for me, it's a little, it's a little. I call it crunk juice to get yourself ready for the film and mellow out. But guys, listen, we have a lot other things coming on UPL Entertainment in the next couple of weeks, maybe even this week coming up. We have a review of Fantastic Four, which we should have done last week, but hey, listen, we're all not perfect. Also, I got a new series that's starting next week. We're going to start reviewing season 2 of Wednesday. I think it's 5 or 6 episodes of Wednesday season 2 just dropped this past week, and I'm going to go episode to episode to um, break down each show and the premise of it. I feel like doing all 6 at one time is just brain overload for me. I have to break it down into other sections of episodes. So much more on this channel to catch. Stay tuned. Also, check our friends out at UPR Wrestling. Like I said, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We have a show for each day. Monday's Rated R review show. Tuesday is NXT review show. We got the All Elite Heat podcast on Wednesday, and then Saturday or Sunday we have that SmackDown Penitentiary review of SmackDown. So lots and lots going on here at UPR, and it's something for everybody. But listen, I want to thank you all for joining me on this beautiful Saturday morning. We're going to get our morning going. Just think of me as like watching like WWE superstars as a kid, or maybe your favorite cartoon character. Maybe I could be that fill-in that you guys are missing, that void that you guys need for reviews on TV shows and movies and all sorts of things. I got lots of coming, and I can't wait. Football season going. Fly, Eagles, fly. We got the Birds coming back. We're gonna do it again. Hopefully, we're gonna make it to the Super Bowl again. But football season is we had this past week. We had the Eagles played the Browns, and there was like I think the Colts played and the Raiders played. Also, the Chargers played, which I think the Chargers already have a hurt guy, which is going to be really, really bad. But listen, that's not my team. I'm thinking about Saquon Barkley and Hurts and Lane Johnson. This might be the last year for Lane Johnson on the Eagles. So let's make it a big year, guys. Let's make it a big year. But guys, thank you for joining me for my review on Freakier Friday. Hope you guys have a great Saturday and great weekend. Until next week, I'll see you guys at the movies. Good day, everybody.